Alright, so how to get started on a raw vegan diet. So one of the things to consider on going a raw vegan diet is it's very socially restrictive. Like there's a lot of like my friends will be like, is that all you're gonna eat? And there's some things to consider before you decide to go raw vegan because it's a huge lifestyle change. And so for those of you who don't know what raw veganism is, it's a diet that just consists of raw fruits and vegetables and soaked nuts and seeds. I mainly went raw, or I first went vegan because I didn't like how I watched some documentaries on how animals were being treated, and I thought it was very unfair and unjust the way the meat industry and stuff treats them, and um, that was one of the main reasons why I went vegan. And then and I've always known about raw veganism. It is such a hard, it's a huge transition from the standard American diet all the way to just eating raw fruits and vegetables and soaked nuts and seeds. So I was vegan for about 2 years before I even thought about going raw vegan. And then when I went raw vegan over summer for about 3 months, I went back to being vegan and then I didn't like it. So I went back to raw and now I've just been raw for 3 years. So a lot of people ask me, what do you eat? Oh my God, you don't eat bread. You don't eat, you don't eat anything. And it's, it's not like you're not eating anything. It's actually you get fuller easier and I feel like more satisfied when I eat food. But anyways, how to get started is by making slow, small changes first because this lifestyle is just it's so different than it's like such a huge change from like you'll notice small changes make a huge difference in like who you socialize with, who your friends are. Like most of my friends that I had before would just eat junk food and I would eat it with them and it was something that brought us together. Food brings people together in society and it's a part of culture and it's something to consider also. Now if I were to eat bread, I'd probably get sick because I haven't had bread in like 4 years. Um, yeah, bread is vegan, but you know, um, it's something I didn't want to eat anymore. It just I didn't really get satisfied when I ate it. So I've always I've had a lot of people, a lot of people that have been just bashing me because of this or that don't want to be my friend anymore because I'm raw vegan or there's so many things that get in the way of it and I'm making this video for those of you that really want to do a raw vegan diet but are unsure of like the social aspect and like your friends and like how awkward it might be to go on a raw vegan diet and they're like, what are you just eating vegetables? But anyways, the way I'm able to do it is I realize it's my life and it's my decision, so I don't let people what they think get in the way of what I want to do with my life. And it doesn't, even if it means that I'm gonna lose friends, and it's something you're gonna have to sacrifice if you want it with anything. Like, even if you're vegan, it's like I remember I was dating someone when I was in high school, a freshman, and I was vegan, and it was hard because most of the dates like movies and stuff, it's like popcorn and but if you're gonna be friends with someone, then they're gonna respect what you believe and what you think, and they're not gonna make fun of it or try to change it. And one of the things I've learned from this lifestyle is to not push my beliefs on anyone, like my friends or my family, because I used to do that, and it's not really I don't know, it doesn't really do anything. But now my mom eats or drinks more kombucha and she does more without me even saying anything because she realizes that it's just for health, like for changing that kind of thing. Um, don't give up. Like I know it's hard, like when you go somewhere and you're at a store and you've always had the same food and you've always eaten the same stuff and then you're you it's like that's why I'm saying start small because if you go and you make all these changes really drastically, like I remember when I was in 6th grade I went raw for like a week and then I went all the way back to like eating normal food and I realized it's a slow but painful change. Like there are raw foodists that have gone cold turkey, but the majority of people can't just change overnight because it's just something like if you're someone that is into routine and has the same thing that they do every day, that would be very difficult to change from one thing to the next. So if you're someone like me that's like, I have to have something the same all the time, then making huge changes like all of a sudden eating just salad and fruit would be like huge. I mean, a lot of raw foodists talk about detox and how that and how like it's just if I go on a water fast, I'm gonna have so many like whenever whenever in my life I have something painful, I fast because then I then I let my body rest from food and I really think about like what's going on, and although I might be even more anxious, it 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 grounds me and it helps me to think more clearly. Um, and it's based on your belief. If you don't think like fasting is like if you think I don't know, like a 40-day water fast if you're used to it, but if you're not used to it, you're gonna fail. Like you're gonna you're setting yourself up for failure. It's possible, but you're gonna fail. There's a more likely chance you're gonna fail. Um, my journey is very simple. I didn't change because I had cancer or whatever, like whatever crazy story you hear these days about why people go raw vegan. It's because I heard about it and I thought, it'd be something cool to try, and it seemed very healthy. And when I was 15, I always felt like I've been a runner for most of my life, and you know, it just made me feel like, lighter, and like even being vegan was like, was nice because it's like you're not eating heavy foods like meat or anything before you run, and then you're not going to be sluggish or anything. I mean, there's a lot of runners that are able to do that, and that's I mean, yeah, you're able to digest meat and stuff, but it doesn't mean that, it's good for you or it does anything because it's from an animal, and that animal had a life and a purpose and on this earth. And if anybody ever tells you that God put animals on this earth for a reason for us to eat, well, yeah, we have superiority over them, but it doesn't mean that we should treat them so harshly. And that goes back into like people I know that are Native American that believe that they should eat meat because it's part of their tradition, and but it's because that's the only food they had. But nowadays there's more fruits and vegetables, there's more stores, there's more everything. So to be able, and now we have a huger population, so we should be able to sustain like better. We should take care of the earth because there's so many people out there. There's so many starving kids. There's so many. I could go on and on, but to get started, you have to realize that there's another ethical side to raw veganism. It helps the planet, you know. Um, it is something important to consider if you are watching this and you're like, no way in hell I'm going raw. That's fine. Like, I get where you're coming from. Um, okay. But you know, it's what works for you. But if you're looking to get started and you want to get started, then this is important to consider that if you want to get started on a raw lifestyle, you got to think about, well, what am I doing right now? What am I eating right now? Like, if I'm eating, like, am I eating something like mac and cheese and like I barely get any fruit or vegetables every day? Well, maybe I need to just add more fruits and vegetables in my diet. Maybe I don't need to make a huge change right away, because there's a lot of people that go raw for maybe a couple years and then they go back all of a sudden, and then they're not, they're not raw anymore and they're not, taking care of themselves anymore, and that's fine. That's their choice. We have choices in life, and I'm making this video express that going raw isn't easier than what people think. Like, I mean, it is easy because you're changing like what you eat, but mentally you're like, it's more mental because there's a lot of things that you sacrifice. And if you're vegan, like if you're a true vegan, you're not gonna wear leather, you're not gonna do a lot of things. And I still slip up. I still eat some cooked food. Like I'm not like 100% go all out, not yet, but I'm probably like 85, 90% raw right now just because it's the winter and it's February. But I might, you know, this summer be 100, 98, 100%, but it comes down to like if you want to change and how badly you want to change. Um, I've been taking personal training classes lately, and it talks about the client can only do so much as like if they want to change. Like if they want to change, then they'll most likely succeed. Like they will, you as a personal trainer will succeed in like helping them, but it's hard to help someone change if they don't if they don't want to. So if you want to go raw vegan, like if you really 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 want to, and it's something that you've decided, I'm okay to give up the social aspect of food. I'm okay to give up a lot of things that come along with raw veganism, then it's definitely something to consider. I have a lot of energy. Before I didn't have a lot of energy. Yeah, but let's see. Okay, so this wraps it up. This is the baseline for how to get started. There's another other separate video to actually the meal plans, everything. It doesn't take a genius to figure out like how much food you can eat. Like if it's up to you. Like it's up to you how much food you want to eat. Like it's up to you how much apples you want to eat or what do you like. Like there's like if you go to like Freely Live Banana Girls website or whatever, Durian Rider or whoever or whoever's I'm not caught up with the vegan drama right now, but I don't know. But if it's not it should be what you want to do. It shouldn't be what someone else tells you to do. Yeah, anyway, that's how you get started is by figuring out how you're gonna make those small changes, and if it's something you really, really, really want to do, then maybe make bigger changes. It depends on the person. Some people can change really fast, but then that means that they can change back. They can go back fast. So, it's just like weight loss. You lose all this weight really fast, but then you go back really fast. So, it's up to you. And my number one advice though, small changes. Like that's the best thing you can do is if you're very committed, then you will succeed. But it's yeah. And then also, since this video is about done, um and I want to show you a blanket that I made that is from some of my art and yeah, I'm thinking about selling some. If you are interested, let me know in the comments below. And here it is. I'll show you right now. Yeah, it was like a canvas art thing that I made. Like it's on my windowsill outside. I'll show you some other time, but it was a photograph of some of the art that I made the last year, but yeah, we went and it was at Walmart and we took a picture of it and then I have this really cool blanket. If you're interested, let me know. And thank you and then like, subscribe and all that jazz. Bye.